can you tell us about Casey Bailey?
Well, he's a big body guy that's had an excellent year in college. His release is something I think you'll notice right away. Gets the puck off very well, puts himself in a position to shoot. The pace of the game's gonna be different. Obviously, I think it's a big change when young men come from college, so that'll be something he'll have to adjust to. But we think he's a good prospect, and we're thrilled to have him.
How intense was the pursuit?
Well, I think college is hard because you can't really do a lot with them while they're playing, and so you follow them as close as you can. You make your list of players. You see the ones you think that you might have some interest in, and then once they're eliminated, it's a bit of a sprint. So for us, we showed interest as soon as he was eliminated, and I think there was several other teams involved, but he liked to fit in terms of opportunity with us, going through what we're going through right now and some of the changes we have to make. It'll be, again, up to him to do the work that he needs to do to put himself on our team.
So what's the plan now and I guess next season?
Well, now, he's got some things to take care of, but our hope and expectation is that we'll get him to Toronto as soon as possible, and then get him on the ice and see when and if it makes sense to put him into a game, but I would expect that will happen before the end of the season.
A 2-year deal, right?
Yes, yeah.
When did he put himself on your radar?
Well, we've been following him for a while. We got between Mark Hunter and Jim Hughes, we've had a number of viewings of him over the course of the year. Kind of intensify those viewings as you get towards the end. As I said, you know when they're out, they're gonna. If you're not prepared to push, they're going to jump somewhere else. So we watched them closer down the stretch, but there's a number of us saw him, and we're very comfortable and happy that he chose us.
The idea of getting an opportunity, also with the player that you signed yesterday, is that an enticement to come to Toronto? That there is that chance to jump ahead?
Well, I think so. I think it's pretty obvious that we're going to do what we can to put some new blood into our organization. We traded away a number of players at the deadline for draft picks. We've I wouldn't say loaded up, but we put a lot more into the system in terms of high picks for this year and next year. And then signing free agents is another part of that. And they're not all going to turn out, but if you look at our situation, it's a good opportunity for players. And they have to do the work now to get some time with us and earn full-time opportunity. But I think if you look at our roster and what we're trying to do, I think it's apparent that young players are going to get a chance.
Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Same type of thing. I would. That's one where Mark Hunter's done the majority of the legwork and deserves credit for us getting him signed. He followed him. He followed him over in Russia. Kept in contact with him, watched him several times. Felt very comfortable that he's a good prospect, and he's the right age bracket for us. It's not like we added a 30-year-old player. He's a young player that Mark feels that he can adapt quickly to the North American game. It's not always the case for players who haven't played over here, but he thinks he plays our style of hockey, and it's got a high level of skill. So again, it fits for us, and it gives us another player that we can put into the system, and now we have to develop those players and turn them into NHL regulars.
The lure of an NCAA product and the maturity that goes with it and make for a pretty good roll of the dice as opposed to maybe drafting an 18-year-old, obviously? Well,
I think you have to mix the two together. Like I said, we put a lot of draft picks, or as many as we could, together for the next 2 drafts, and we're gonna have a lot of 18 and 19-year-old players in our reserve list. So adding a couple that are a few years older definitely helps round it out.
Okay, thanks, Dave.